We are now going to introduce Mr. Oosthuizen from the RSA Group, and he's going to talk to us about fresh produce markets and the commission-based agency model, essential to ensuring food security throughout Africa. Let's welcome in. The floor is yours, Mr. Oosthuizen.
Thank you, Justy. Thanks for the opportunity to chat with you today. I know that I'm not alone in saying that if we all thought that producers and farm workers were heroes before COVID struck, we should now have their names tattooed on our hearts. For those of you who have never walked onto a fresh produce market floor, I was on the market floor yesterday and tomorrow, and I would have loved to play you a video, but it's just a world that never sleeps. And I will try and connect with you a little bit later to see if I can show you that video. No matter how many markets I've walked onto, I'm always struck by the energy of that market. I continue to find it extremely a humbling experience, and I feel very privileged to be in this environment. It was only later on in my career that I truly recognized the crucial role that markets play in food security for South Africans. So I thought I would take this opportunity to try and share some of my insights on how the South African commission-based market system works. It is unique to South Africa, and I, like many others in our business, firmly believe that is one of the reasons that keeps fresh fruit and vegetable prices affordable and in strong supply across a wide geographical area and even across borders. Our national fresh produce markets is key in securing successful income for food producers, whilst also playing a huge role in national economic growth and development at both macro and micro levels, underpinning food security. But you don't have to take my word for it. Wandile Sihlobo, the fresh produce markets are an essential link between farmers and consumers, and at the heart of South Africa's food security, as they ensure consistent availability of high-quality products for consumers. Dr. Johnny van der Merwe, we have a very effective fresh produce market system in South Africa that is a national treasure. It is truly a uniquely South African story. It's crucial to view an agricultural economy in a holistic way that includes small-scale food producers and sellers as much as big players. A healthy agricultural market structure allows all participants, regardless of size, to compete and interact on the same playing field. If the market facilitates interaction between radically different entities in terms of size and scale, it's far more robust and able to serve the needs of the country in lieu of a system that seeks to impose control. This keeps all players in the value chain honest and transparent and active in the greater economic environment. The farmer remains the owner of the product until it is sold. Agents act on behalf of farmers. It is my opinion that this is why the South African commission market system is unique in the global arena. Price stability doesn't mean stable. It's not stable. Even though it sounds like an attractive idea in theory, successful free markets do not function effectively with fixed prices. We have all learned hard lessons from the attempts to control agricultural markets around the world. We know that the process of price discovery is where market prices are determined largely by the interactions between buyers and sellers, and where demand and supply forces are significant driving forces or factors of price movements. In the fresh produce environment, these interactions are heightened by the following factors: perishability, quality, continuity, branding, and inelasticity of product. However, excuse the pun, the cherry on the top is that it's a cash environment, not a deferred sale, not credit, but cash, facilitated through a cashless electronic platform that essentially functions like a debit card. It is spot to be exact. Ownership moves at the point of payment. It enables all players to manage the many variables that impact their business, from supply and demand dynamics, logistical challenges, weather, and production factors. The agency model is key to taking advantage of the price discovery mechanism. Just as traders on Wall Street unlock the true value of stock prices in real-time format, so do sales agents in a fresh produce arena. Trading with a well-structured free market environment, it requires rules that ensure behavior that further enhances trust and transparency. In a dynamic and sometimes confusing marketplace, a successful sales agency aggregates crucial information to traders, producers, management, industry bodies, and the public. Aggregation turns raw data into business insights. Without a well-structured commission sales system, the spirit of competition is undermined. And with that, price integrity diluted. By understanding that everyone in the fresh produce value chain must be aligned to serve the needs of the end consumer. And likewise, all stakeholders understand their role within this dynamic environment. This is the process of securing farmers' income. As I like to say, farmers don't go out of business because of low prices. They go out of business because of low income. And sometimes it takes a while to really think about that statement. There is a good reason why we at the RSA Group call ourselves the Wall Street of fresh produce. Where else can a single buyer on the market floor access hundreds of farmers' product and extend distribution to multiple level resellers, consumers with access to all infrastructure the market offers? The impact of rural and urban fresh produce markets on the local and greater economy should never be underestimated. Regional markets is a typical case study that I would like to talk to you today. It's the ideal model to bring produce to people. The historical challenges to establish rural or regional markets included the lack of understanding the fresh produce market system and the agency model, infrastructure pressures, the inability to facilitate the price discovery process, and yet there is a need for the establishment of regional markets. This is the old Muketsi market facility before the introduction of fresh produce market system and agency model. This market developed serving mainly one producer with his products and a handful of buyers, to now serving more than 1,000 producers and a full basket of products, selling to more than 20,000 registered buyers. This and additional markets developed under the Fresh Link banner include Fall Triangle, Nelspruit, and Polokwane, and more to be developed soon. This is an ideal public-private partnership model. I wanted to show you a video of some markets earlier, which I'm still going to try. This was the start of Muketsi, and I never tire of seeing the impact that it had on our community. That was day one for Muketsi, and it grew from strength to strength since then. The implementation of this model throughout the African continent is the only way to enable, we believe, a significant growth in production and consumption of fresh produce at affordable prices. Maybe let's walk a little bit into the future and imagine a small-scale vegetable farmer in the northern regions of Zambia that can access the reference price index of fresh produce in markets Lusaka, Kigali, Rwanda, or Dar es Salaam in Tanzania on any given day and make a decision where to ship her product, securing the knowledge that the commission market system and the agency model will provide a bankable sale and serve the needs of the end consumer. It goes without saying that the fresh produce markets provide the enzyme to support the greater regional sub-Saharan economy, apart from being completely undervalued as a distribution network. Markets provide the purest form of incubation of any business linked to their individual economies of scale. And we believe that our narrative is gaining traction in the wider media. Fresh produce markets prove to be national treasures. It's incredible how robust the markets behaved in very difficult times, specifically when we look at what happened during the COVID pandemic of 2020 and 2021, as well as a need to reposition fresh produce markets as seen by AgBiz. In closing, I would like to thank you for the ability to be able to share this with you. Conferences are not the same as they used to be, and I'm sorry that we could not see each other in person. But I hope that for those who were there, you enjoyed some of the produce and fresh food juices from the market. Thank you very much.